My name's Christina and I'm a travel specialist for As You Wish Vacations. While I book many vacation destinations, I specialize in the Disney products, while this video series focuses on Disney Cruise Line specifically. We have been talking the past few weeks about the different Disney ships. We talked about what all of the ships have in common, so that's definitely a great place to start because this is going to expand on that a little bit. So if you want to check out that video, make sure you click this link here. Awesome. Okay, so now we're talking about the Disney Dream. The Disney Dream is the third in the Disney fleet of ships. It was launched in 2011 and it was christened by Jennifer Hudson. So Jennifer Hudson is the godmother of this ship. This is a Dream class ship. So at Disney you now have two classes of ships. You have the classic ships and you have the Dream class ships. You have 3 more coming online within the next few years. Not sure what those are going to be called, but they will not be Dream class. Okay, so let me give you a little explanation here. So in this corresponding blog post, I talked about the different things on the Disney Wonder in terms of category. So you have your dining all in one place, you have your entertainment one place, your kids areas, and your adult areas. On this video, I'm going to talk to you about it in terms of where it's located. So we're going to go deck by deck through the Disney Dream. Okay, so let's talk about the staterooms first, because the staterooms is what you're going to find on deck 2, as well as most of the other decks, but deck 2 is really all staterooms. There's nothing else on there except for like the health area, but hopefully you don't have to go there. On the Disney Dream, you have an extra category of staterooms that the classic ships don't have. So that is the deluxe family stateroom. I'll get to that in just a second. So you have your standard inside view. What is cool about the Dream class ships is instead of nothing in your inside stateroom, you have a virtual porthole. So you have a video screen of what is going on the outside of the ship. And some Disney friends will join you for your trip as well. So Disney has found the way to make an inside stateroom what you want to book. Really, really cool, really creative. So you have your standard inside stateroom, your deluxe inside stateroom, which is a little bit bigger. So your standard's going to sleep 3, your deluxe is going to sleep 3 or 4. You have your ocean view, your deluxe ocean view. So there's only standard insides, everything else is deluxe. So I don't know why everything's not just standard. I don't know. So you have your deluxe ocean view, so that's going to give you a view of the ocean, and that's going to sleep 3 or 4, and you have your deluxe family, which is going to sleep 3 to 5. So that's your extra stateroom category, is that deluxe family ocean view. Okay, so now you can sleep 5 in an ocean view stateroom. On the Magic and the Wonder, you could only sleep 5 in a veranda, so that's a really, really cool budget-friendly option for bigger families. On the Dream, you also have your veranda staterooms. Of course, those are the most popular. And you have your deluxe family verandas as well. So that gives you a little more space and a little more outside space as well. So that's on deck 2. On deck 2, you also have Enchanted Garden, which is one of the 3 rotational dining restaurants. So Disney is not like most cruise ships where you have your buffet, your main dining room, and then all of these specialty restaurants you have to pay extra for. That's not the case. You have 3 main dining rooms, and you will be assigned to a dining room, and you will rotate between them. So you'll get an opportunity to eat at all of them, but you will rotate, and your server will rotate with you. So they really get to know you. It's really, really great concept and gives you an extra level of service you don't get on other cruise lines. So it's really, really great. Enchanted Garden is a beautiful, beautiful venue. It is garden themed, and it has an interactive sky. Like the sky changes as you eat your meal, so it's really cool. You feel like you're in a greenhouse, kind of like the Crystal Palace. Really, really cool market style food. So it's inspired by food from around the world, so you're going to find different cuisines on there, and it was probably my favorite meal on the Disney Dream. So let's head back up to deck 3. On deck 3 is where you're going to find the atrium. So when you board your Disney cruise, you're going to board on deck 3. You're going to enter this grand atrium with this grand staircase absolutely stunning. You feel so elegant walking in. They announce your name. So much fun. If you walk to the forward of the ship, you will get to the Walt Disney Theater, and that is where Disney shines in their entertainment. You have your live shows here. So this is your Broadway style shows, this is your comedians, your live music, your all of those evening shows is in the Walt Disney Theater. And on the Disney Dream, their exclusive show is Beauty and the Beast. And it is inspired by the live action movie with Emma Watson. So it is a brand new musical just for the Dream. It's only a year old, maybe 2, so it's a brand new experience if you have not been on the Dream in a few years. There's also Believe, which is a story about a father and a daughter who are kind of losing touch with each other, but they're reunited through Disney magic. So it's a really special show there. As you are walking towards the Disney Theater, you also have access to all of the shopping. So you have Mickey's Mainsail, White Caps, and Sea Treasures. They all have a little bit different, slightly different product in there, but not very. It's all basically like a big Disney gift shop. And then towards the aft of the ship, you have the other 2 rotational dining restaurants. You have Royal Palace, which is inspired by all the Disney princesses. It's not themed like some of the restaurants on the Wonder and the Magic. It is just inspired. It's a French and American fusion restaurant, really upscale. You feel really fancy, but it's not too fancy, so you don't have to get dressed up or anything. But really, really fine dining, and it's just beautiful in there. It's inspired by the princesses, but not, you don't feel childish or anything in there either. It's just really pretty. And then you have Animator's Palette, which is everyone's favorite, and you get to be a part of an animation show, and it's so cute and so fun. It's most everyone's favorite night of their Disney cruise is the night they get to eat an Animator's Palette. The decor is whimsical and again inspired by the animators, so you have animators' drawings and maquettes and all sorts of fun things there. So now we're going to head up to deck 4, and on deck 4 you're going to find the, you kind of have the second levels of the atrium, the Walt Disney Theater. I think I missed the Buena Vista Theater. I don't think I put that in my notes. The Buena Vista Theater is down there as well, and it is it is the movie theater. So on Disney ships you can watch first run Disney movies, which is so fun. If you're on the ship during a movie premiere, it premieres at sea as well. So if you're having a hard time getting tickets to the new Star Wars, get on a ship and you'll get to see it on opening night. Not that you should, it's an expensive ticket, but a lot of people do like to plan their trips around Disney's schedule, their movie release schedule, and there's a lot of fun things that they do for those premieres. You have your first run movies, you have classic movies as well, so if you want to get away from the pool deck for a little bit, or it's a rainy day, this is a great place to kind of just relax and catch a movie. Also on deck 4 you have the Vista Gallery, which is another shopping area. You have the D Lounge, which is a multifunctional space. They'll have family game shows in there, themed trivia, a lot of fun stuff in the D Lounge. Definitely check your Disney Navigator to find out what's going on in there. And then towards the after the ship, you have the district, which is the adults only entertainment district, and you have a bunch of different theme clubs in there. They might have some family activities during the day, but it's mostly an adults only space. You have the district lounge, which is a piano bar. You have the Skyline, which is like a high style lounge, contemporary. What's really cool about it is it has these projection screens, and it changes what skyline you're looking at. So you might be in Paris, you might be in London, you might be someplace else. It's all changing. You have Pink, which is a champagne bar. You have Pub 687, which is your sports bar. High-end sports bar, leather chairs, mahogany, wood, that type of stuff. Then you have Evolution, which is a butterfly-themed nightclub. So, very fun, very interesting with the butterfly theme. But there you have a stage, you have a dance floor, you have all sorts of seating. So they do adult comedians, they do adult game shows in here. They have karaoke, they have comedy shows, they have a cabaret, and then of course dancing, because it is a dance club, right? So let's head up to deck 5. Deck 5 is where you're going to find those kids areas. You're going to have the Oceaneer Club and Lab. You're going to have the nursery as well. So the nursery is themed to It's a Small World. It's for children 6 months to 3 years, and it is absolutely adorable. It's probably the cutest place on the ship. It's probably the cutest place I've ever been, actually. It makes me want to have a Small World themed nursery. It's super, super cute. There's 3 rooms in there. So there's a transition room, there's a playroom, there's a quiet nap time room. You have your counselors. The spots are limited in here because you do need more counselors to children, and there's an additional cost for children 6 to 3. Once your kids hit 3, though, the kids clubs are free. So that free kids club you're going to get is the Oceaneer Club and Lab. So the Oceaneer Club has 4 themed rooms. You have Andy's room, which is kind of just a play area for younger children. You have the Infinity Game Center, the Disney Infinity. So it's kind of like your video games and all sorts of cool high-tech stuff for kids to be doing. You have Pixie Hollow, which is kind of your imagination station, I guess you could say. You have dress up and stations where you can kind of have that imagination. You have your kitchen and all of that kind of fun stuff that you would get in a normal playroom. And then you have the Millennium Falcon. And this is a little bit more high-tech. You can drive the Millennium Falcon. There's computers. It's really, really cool. And they have all these like fleet-free areas where you can play, but you can also join in some of the activities with the kids club counselors. There's character meets, really, really cool spot for kids. The lab, the Oceaneer Lab, is a cafeteria, so kids can have lunch or dinner in there if you need a little bit of alone time, or you want to have some time by the pool or whatever it is. Your kids can eat lunch and dinner in there, and they also have all sorts of learning as fun activities. So science activities like building a volcano or whatever it might be, they do in this kind of cafeteria multifunction space. You also have Vibe, which is the teen club, so that's for ages 17 and up. You'll see I skipped 13 through 17. We'll get back to them. But Vibe is part nightclub, part sun deck. So they don't have to hang out at the family pool. They can't hang out at the adult pool. They have their own pool. It's like this little, it's not really a pool, it's just kind of a sun deck area with a little splash area. There's a tech room, there's a stage area for dance parties. There's, like I said, outdoor deck space with lounge furniture. There's also a chill spa, so they have their own spa there as well. And then they have places where they get specialty coffees and smoothies for an additional cost. So that's deck 5. Deck 6 through 10 has staterooms and more staterooms and just a ton of staterooms. And then on deck 11, you get back to the fun stuff. You have Cabanas, which is the buffet. It's on both sides of the ship. They're identical buffets on both sides of the ship. And you just choose which one you want to go to, so it doesn't get super busy or crowded up there because you have the same thing on both sides. It's a really cute theme. It's like an outdoor beach club with folding chairs, but the folding chairs are comfortable. It's really cute. They have surfboard menus. Really, really cute up there. And that will lead you to the pool. And the pool is definitely the place you want to be if you are on a Caribbean cruise, that's for sure. And you they have Mickey's Pool, which is for younger kids. It's a little bit shallower. It has 3 little areas. You have Nemo's Reef, which is a little splash area for even younger kids. And then you have Donald's Family Pool, which is the pool for families. Also on the Dream, you have the Aqueduct coaster. It is a water coaster at sea. You don't have a water slide like you do in the Magic and in the Wonder. You have a water coaster, and it propels you up and down, and you go over the edge. It is cool. It's really fun. You have, oh my goodness, all sorts of dining options here as well. You have your poolside dining. So you have Flo's Cafe, Luigi's Pizza, Tomato's Grill, Fillmore's, which is a little bit more like salads and wraps. And you have your choice of just about anything, but let me tell you, these are the best chicken fingers I've had in the world. Not usually someone who would order chicken fingers out, or I think I just was sitting by the pool one day and I was like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna have some chicken fingers. I think I get chicken fingers every day because they're so good. Like some of the best chicken fingers I've ever had. Pretty standard chicken fingers, but I don't know what they did that made them so delicious. Alright, you also have Vanellope's, which is a sweet shop where you can get sundaes and milkshakes and all of specialty milkshakes, like those big ones that you see on Instagram. Those are for an additional cost, but so much fun at Vanellope's. And then you have an area, I don't remember the name of it, I didn't write it down, where you can get soft serve all day long. Whenever you want soft serve, just go up and get it. For free. Soft serve all day. Probably the best place on the ship, but I shouldn't remember its name. But you can also get Dole Whip there. It's not real Dole Whip. Don't bother with it. It's not great. Towards the forward of the ship, you have the adults only area. And that is the Cove, Quiet Cove Pool, the Cove Bar, which is basically inside the Cove Pool. Currents, which is a bar above the pool. You have a little splash area behind there as well, but it's not like a kid's splash area. It's just kind of, it's a shallow pool with some, like a waterfall. So if you don't want to go in the pool, you have that area to cool off. And then you have Senses Spa. Cove Cafe, which is where you can get your specialty coffee, and it's also a bar. And then you have Senses Spa, which you can book spa treatments, or you can enjoy the Rainforest Room. The Rainforest Room is an additional charge. Of course, the spa treatments are as well, but the Rainforest Room, you have all sorts of different rain areas. And I know it sounds really silly, but I'll do a video just on the spa and talk about everything they have to offer. They have saunas and a relaxing area there as well. So if you don't want to fight for poolside seating at the adults pool, a day pass to the Rainforest Room might make sense for you. Alright, so let's move on to Deck 12. Deck 12 is where you have the two specialty restaurants. You have Paolo, which is a northern Italian cuisine, and then you have Remy, which is French cuisine. They are both very fine dining. They are both adult exclusive. They have brunches. They have all sorts of, we did a lunch, it was a champagne lunch, so they paired champagne with each of our lunch. I did like it wasn't a split pea soup, but it was just, it was delicious. Anyway, I recommend, it is a small upcharge, but definitely worth it for a night away from the kids, and really, really, really fine dining. One of the best meals I have ever had was at Remy's, and I've been to France, so definitely saying a lot. It's excellent. The Meridian, which is a bar that connects the two. It's kind of like that old style cigar bar with kind of like a English Earl had a bar in his house, like a library, and it's just really cool. Anyway, then you have the Aqua Lab and the Aqueduct. So I talked about those on Deck 11, but there's kind of like a little stairway up to Deck 12. It's still outside. It still seems like it's part of Deck 11, so doesn't really fit with Remy and Paolo, but that's where you get, where the entrance is to that slide. Then you have Deck 13, which is the Edge, which is the preteen club, so that's 13 through 17, and that is in one of the funnels. So when Disney was designing their ships, they wanted to have that sleek, classic steamliner look with the two smokestacks. They didn't need both smokestacks, so they made one a teen club. So it's the preteen club. They have a dance floor, they have music listening stations, they have computers, board games, so they can either be involved in the activities or not, depending on what they want. And then there's also Goofy Sports Deck, which has shuffleboard and basketball and some virtual sports up there as well. That's it. There are 13 decks on the Disney Dream, and you will love each and every one of them. If you have a Disney Dream vacation coming up and this was helpful, I would love, even if it wasn't helpful, I'd love to hear about your what you're most excited about on your Disney Dream Vacation. If you don't have a vacation booked, I am happy to help you do that. You can email me, Christina at aywvacations.com. If you want to stay up to date on deals, discounts, exclusives, make sure you're following me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at aywchristina. Please subscribe to my channel. It really, really helps me out. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope all of your vacations are exactly as you wish.